Welcome to a tutorial on Twine. In this video, we're going to look at the Numberbox macro as part of SugarCube 2.37. So there are many different ways to get input from players when interacting with stories within SugarCube. Potentially, you could use links, buttons, and a number of other things. As it comes from getting input itself, there are a number of different options. Potentially a checkbox, a yes or no, a radio button, and a number of other things. The number box in particular allows a player to input a number. So let's look at the code and then we'll see how it works. So potentially we want to allow players to input some number. This may be part of some statistics or could be part of any number of things within a story. The number box macro is designed for a very specific purpose, entering numbers in a box. It's named very well. So how we use the Numberbox macro, similar to how we might use other input macros within SugarCube, is we use the name of the macro and then the variable to update within quotation marks. In the case of Numberbox, this is then followed by whatever the default value would be. So if the user makes no interaction with this box, simply clicks a link or clicks a button or does some other interaction that sends them to another passage, the variable will automatically be updated with whatever this default value is. So in this case, we have example in quotation marks right here, followed by the default value. So let's go ahead and run this to see how it will work, because there's an interesting interaction we need to be made aware of as it comes to Numberbox. So right here, notice we have this fun thing. We can go up and down based on the set value that we gave it. So I gave it 100, potentially I could use these arrows. So of course, we can enter anything that's a number. So -1, if we go and check the value, you enter -1, potentially decimal numbers. 3.14 is also a number. So when it comes to things that are not a number, when we go to check the value, notice it's going to default to 0. So if you attempt to enter something that's not a number into Numberbox, it's not going to accept it, and it's going to default back down to 0. This can be a useful thing to know when dealing with players and potentially malicious or sometimes not observant players who might enter the wrong thing when asking for a number or may not quite understand based on the design. So you can check to see, did I just get 0? If 0 is not a value you expected to see, maybe you show them the same input again or perform some other action. So as it comes to entering numbers, the Numberbox macro is incredibly powerful, but it's also incredibly precise. It does just the one thing. We enter numbers within a box, but for that purpose, it's very useful. So again, we can enter numbers, and we use it based on the name of the macro, the variable to update within quotation marks, and of course some default value. So as we saw over here, notice it says 100, and if I just click through, I get 100. So based on whatever this set value is, it will be set if the user or player does not interact with it. So Numberbox is incredibly useful, keeping in mind those kind of little side effects there, that it needs a default value so that if a user doesn't interact with it, the variable will have a value, and if a user or player enters something that's not a number, it will default back down to 0, which is something to check against in case the user has entered the wrong thing or didn't quite understand what to do. Checking against that can make sure you get the numbers you want within the stories you design in SugarCube 2.37. Thanks for watching.